Klay Thompson. There was a lot of flack about that. I think he unfollowed the Golden State Warriors things and he removed some of the content pertaining to the Warriors. What's going on? Is he leaving Dubs?
Well, when you have a player such as Clay, who has been such a fan favorite, who has been such a grinder,
Mhm.
such a worker, such a powerful talent, who has laid his heart on the line, on the floor every single night for the Golden State Warriors. You think there should be something magnificent when he's at this late career moment. And it's not going to be a big contract. They can't tie up their future. They are making a transition. And I don't care if it was the Celtics of Red Auerbach back in the day or whatever team. I mean, at some point, franchises have to, and that's how the Last Dance came up. Jerry Krause thought he was the greatest general manager ever, and he told me personally he was eager to get on to the next chapter. Well, that ultimately was very foolish. But there is a truth in what Krause was saying. At some point, you have to be heartless. Now, you have to be smart. Krause was angry and made his decision out of anger to break up the Bulls. And Jerry Reinsdorf, the owner of the Bulls, was able to sit back. He didn't want to pay all those guys. He'd gotten his 6 championships and he made billions. And so now the Warriors have to rebuild. They have to find some talent, and that's a big challenge because they had that team. They fit the pieces around it, but the cornerstone were those two guys, Steph and Clay. And you know, for some people, the goal watch at retirement is not enough. And I understand that basketball is an emotional game. The men who play it, we saw that from when James Naismith invented it. It was in the YMCA's, and in the first weeks, the big problem they had were all these fist fights and all these things over the game. It's emotional. Clay's emotional. I don't blame him. I'm an emotional guy myself. I'm betting you are too.
Yep, for sure.
But the thing in all of this is, within limits, the Warriors have to acknowledge that wonderful emotional power that has come into their franchise. But they have to take a cold-eyed look down the road, particularly coming up into things, and to figure out what they're going to do with this money that they have and how they're going to spend it and who they're going to bring in that is going to get them back for one more shot with Steph Curry.
Last question, sir, before the time runs out. Do you what can you say about Monty Williams getting fired by the Pistons after a very forgettable season? Was it warranted?
I'm a Monty Williams fan.
Mhm.
Um, the Pistons are the hottest mess, I think, in all of pro sports. For them to give him that huge contract and fire him after a year, they look like idiots. Now, I don't know the particulars. I'm not there with Monty Williams,
Mhm.
but if people are going to do that to you and make themselves look like idiots too, the franchise is struggling for direction and leadership. And whatever you're trying to do, you better be careful. And I think the Lakers chose wisely. It takes a particular vision. You've got to, I mean, this is not easy stuff. it's very public. And Detroit is a city that has, I worked with the Pistons for 5 years during the bad boy age. And Detroit is viewed by many as a broken American city. Uh, there are many wonderful things about Detroit. First of all, the people. And so I have a great affection for Michigan and Detroit, and I am eager to see better days. These are not good days making a move like that. It just is the next step in a very bad look for the Pistons.